Good morning, West Coast. Good afternoon, East Coast. Hello to everybody in between and outside. It's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. Hope you're having a great day today. We got a lot of people in the chat today. Carolina is here. Catherine, Becky, Tammy. By the way, Tammy says, I'm finally made alive. I'm so excited. Welcome, Tammy. So glad that you could be here today. Dawn, James is here. Joan, Kathy, Donna Bogart is here. Grace, Debbie's Quilting Studio is here. Gloria, Deanna, Linda, Jonathan, Carrie Quilts, Catherine, thank you guys so much for being here. Tammy, James, Kathy, Gloria, Deanna, Jonathan, Catherine, Auntie L, and Becky, thank you guys so much for being channel supporters. Greatly appreciate your support here on YouTube. Shouting y'all out because your name is highlighted in green. If I missed your name and you are a channel member, I greatly appreciate your support as well. Those were literally just the ones on the screen. If you're not a channel member, that's okay. I'm just thankful that you're wanting to spend some time with me each Sunday and being here. There are, of course, free ways to help my channel out. Make sure to like, subscribe, share my content, and comment in the comment section. Those help my channel, and those are free ways that you can boost my channel in the algorithm. All right, now that we got all that out of the way, how's everybody doing? It's Sunday yet again, and we're going to be working on a quilt. I got a few things to talk about. First, as always, per the norm, there's always stuff to talk about. Hey, Misty, good to see you as well. Don't forget to get, oh, thank you, Nancy, I appreciate that. I was like, what did I not forget? Hi, Alice, good to see you. Yvette, good to see you as well. Shelly, happy to have you here as always. So stuff to talk about, lots of stuff to talk about. First of all, you may have seen that there is a scheduled, I'm calling it a marathon. So I have set up a 7-hour live stream that's going to happen in May. So make sure to check that out, put that on your calendars. It's going to be on a Friday, so not my normal kind of day to go live. But we'll get to hang out during the day, and it's going to finish up before Becca goes live in that evening. So you get to spend the day with me, and then we'll have Becca in the evening. And it'll be a fun day. So make sure to put that on your schedule. It's on my website, which still feels weird to say. And then, of course, it is also already scheduled here on... I don't think I put a website in yet. You know, I'm just sitting here going, wait a minute, I don't have a link for a button for my website yet. Go figure that one. And then, yeah, so put that on your calendar. I also received some lovely mail. I actually think I received this the week before, but I forgot to talk about it because I was over by my computer and not here in the sewing room. But I received a beautiful card from Tiffany. She did a lot of different postcard-sized quilt tops that she made for Becca and myself. She made a lovely little card out of it. So that was really nice to receive from Tiffany. And then this one is one that I received as well. Look how beautiful that is. I think it's Ria. I'm pronouncing that wrong. R-E-R-I. Ria. Anyways, thank you so much for this beautiful dragonfly card. She said once she saw it, she knew it was a symbol for me. So thank you so much. I love the card. It's beautiful, and I love that you made a postcard. So thank you very much for that. And then lastly, I got this one from Zaza. Is Zaza in the chat? I don't know if she's here at the moment, but Zaza sent me this one, which is beautiful. I love it. Such a fun design. Sorry that the light's kind of reflecting off of it weird, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So thank you, Zaza. I love it, and I can't wait to meet you at QuiltCon next year. That's going to be a fun time to actually meet you in person. Jonathan says, what will you be working on during the marathon, or is it a surprise? I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to be working on. I have yet to even get that far. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that y'all don't know about that is keeping me very occupied. So I haven't even had a chance to even start thinking about that far in the future, so just keep that in mind. Also, that same week, I'm actually attending a conference. That's the word I was looking for. I'm going to be attending a conference in DC for work, and so I'm shifting my work schedule so that I work Sunday through Thursday in order to accommodate that. And so that means my Sunday live will have to be rescheduled for either Saturday or I don't know what, but there will be a rescheduling of my live stream. So there's a lot of things happening. So that's, yeah, Jonathan, I can't even, I don't even know my name at this point. There's a lot, guys. I have so many things to tell y'all, and I can't say a single thing yet. So lots going on. Yeah. So what creates says, yay, watching live, actually live. So glad that you're here and on the live stream today. I hope you enjoy today's live stream as always. What else has been going on? Does anybody remember this lovely bag right here? Yes, I've been working on this because I need to finish it up. I'm tired of all the parts just sitting out in the open, and I'm ready for it to be finished. And guess what, guys? I finished, not all of it, but I have created one of the 2 pages. You can have, there's 2 pages in here, and I've gone ahead and finished one of them. So I have a big mesh pocket on this side. Got several vinyl pockets in here, and then one big vinyl pocket on the back as well. So as you can see there, it is all put together for this set of pages. Oh, and I was totally holding that upside down. My bad. I should have gone this way. And the only reason I know that is because I put a little tag right there. So that's in there. Anyways, so I have 1 page done. I need to work on the next page to get it done. But almost there with this, and it's looking great. I'm very happy with it and can't wait to wrap it up so that way I can move all the hardware and all the pieces out of my dining room table and actually, because I've been using the Juki to put this together. I just like using the Juki better for bags. It just works better that way. But yeah, almost done. Almost done, and then I get to take pictures and do all the things with it. So very excited to wrap this up and have it done so I don't have to have that looming over my head any longer. I'm ready for it to be done. Ready for it to be done. Made by Misty said, maybe you could use the live catch up on Flyaway. Just an idea. That is an idea, and I've been talking with Becca because she's behind on Wild West, and so there may be something where we end up teaming up together. It wouldn't be on that Friday though, because Becca has to work, so it probably wouldn't be that Friday. But stay tuned to my channel. Lots of things happening. Let's see. Lisa Frank, eat your heart out, says Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. I love it. I love that bag so much, and I love that I like fussy cut the. It's not perfect. I wish I could have gotten it a little bit better, but these apothecary jars, I love that they run on this part. I think that's so much fun, and I just love it. I wish I could have gotten the fussy cutting a little better, but it's close. It's close to it, and it's fine. Nice timing. I just finished out cutting the pieces for mine. Carrie Quilts, it is not an easy bag. I don't know if I will ever make this bag again. I might do the shell again, maybe, but I don't know that I'll ever do the pages again. It is not easy, and Rock Baby Scissors, who is on Instagram, if you know who she is, I don't know how she does it, and I need to take a class with her because she just whips them out like nobody's business. I know it's literally like her job. She's made it her job, but it's still really difficult. And I consider myself more of an advanced bag maker. So yeah. What's the name of the bag? It is a Place for Everything 2.0. It's by Patterns by Annie, Bags by Annie, whatever you want to call it. It is a Place for Everything 2.0. Yeah. I want to make a bag like that. So what creates, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. So just, if I don't discourage anybody from doing it, because it is possible. You can do it. It is just going to be very, very difficult. There is a lot of pieces. There are a lot of parts. There is a lot of bulk. It is crazy. It's a lot. So there's that. What are we going to be working on today? So when I went to the Pittsburgh Quilt Show, the Three Rivers Quilt Show, I picked up a pattern from Sassy Sunflower Quilts. You can check them out online, sassysunflowerquilts.com. They were actually a vendor at the show, and I picked up one of their half-pack quilts, which includes. I'm burping like crazy because Becca and I almost said Tiffany, not Tiffany. Becca and Mary and we all went to Cafe de Chantilly. I don't think y'all are ready. If you're in the Northern Virginia area near Chantilly, you need to go to Cafe de Chantilly because, I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, it's insane. This is my new favorite spot to go. I'm gonna start taking any of my guests that come here we're gonna go here because I mean, it's just delicious. The things are amazing there, and I am super full from eating all the things. All the things. I didn't eat all of this. This is a little bit of everybody's meals and coffee. And where's my... look at these pastries. Like, the pastries are freaking amazing. So, oh, look at that. Like, look at that. Definitely brought some home. So my refrigerator has pastries sitting in there waiting for me tomorrow morning to eat, and probably the day after. So, yeah, I mean, look, I want to get my birthday cake from here because look at those cakes. Look at them. Look at them. They're so good. They're so, so good. So, yeah, if you're ever in Chantilly, Northern Virginia, Cafe de Chantilly is like the place to go. And Becca, Mary, and I had a great brunch there this morning, and you can see the empty plate of, I had a cinnamon roll this morning, and it was delicious, so. Tammy says, oh my goodness, I'm headed your way, I'll even pay. Done. It is delicious, and I'm so full. Josh, when you come up to visit, like, we're going there. We're gonna go there, and well, do they have vegan? I forgot you're vegan. So, I know that they have gluten-free options. I'll have to ask about the vegan options because I didn't think about that. I told another friend, I was like, hey, when you're coming up here, we're going to go. And he's like, oh, are there gluten-free options? Guess what? There are. Ask me how I know. I asked about it. So yeah. Carrie Quilt says, I've made a few of her other patterns as well. By Any is great. For the most part, I love By Any patterns. I have one sitting right here, in fact, that I want to make at some point. It is the double zip gear bag. I want to make one of these at some point. I literally have it in my bin waiting to happen. But yeah, I love By Any patterns. For the most part, they're great. This is the first one, A Place for Everything 2.0. It's a lot. Her Get Out of Town 2.0, love it. Great pattern. Very doable. Place for Everything, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't have anything fun. I was gonna push a button to be fun, but I don't have one. It's definitely, I mean, A Place for Everything is definitely very scary. So, I don't know what I'm doing. Anywho, I'm sure Josh is saying, yes, we are going to stop there for sure. Surely there's some vegan options. I'm pretty sure somewhere in there. So back on schedule. Let's actually talk about the project today, shall we? Anywho, so, the Sassy Sunflower had these half-pack quilts, and basically what they are 5... Are they 1 yard cuts? I don't think they're 1 yard cuts. They're like half yard cuts or something like that. But they have 5 coordinating fabrics that all go together, and then you choose. They have a wall of patterns, and you get to choose from those patterns which one you want to pick. And they're all 1-page patterns. I'm going to show that really quickly because I don't want you to get the measurements off of it, because we want to support our pattern designers and local quilt shops, right? Right. Yes. Okay, good. Perfect. So So it is a one-page pattern, super easy, 5 fabrics, and you get to choose which one you want to do. I chose the Spin Me Round pattern, and so today we're going to work on putting that together. I don't know how far we'll get done with it because I'm going to spend about 2 hours with y'all, but these seem like really fast patterns that you could easily get the top done in an afternoon. You could probably even get a whole quilt done if you had all the, batting, backing, all that kind of stuff. I could easily see you get it done, throw it on the long arm it and get a quilt done in a day. They are 50 by 57 inches large, so they're a good lap size quilt, baby quilt, stuff like that. So Annie says, or excuse me, Auntie L says, the By Annie round trip duffel is a great pattern. Yeah, that one does look like a great pattern. And easy-ish to do. So I am going to, I've already cut all the fabric. I've gone through the instructions and I've already done the hard, heavy lifting of all the things. And now I'm going through, sorry, my microphone keeps falling. I think we're going to do it. How do you want to do it? Do you want to put it right there? There we go. That seems like that's better. Except it pulls my shirt down and I start showing cleavage. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, so I've cut all my fabric. I have coordinating fabric. I used the Roar line. This is the fabric that they had in the pack. So we have some Roar fabric. It is going to be a very pink purple quilt going on today. So we're working on that. And the first thing that we need to do is from our fabric 1 and 2. This fabrics I just showed you are 3 and 4. So I'm going to set fabrics 3 and 4 off to the side. And we're going to be working with fabric 1 and 2. And I chose for fabric 1 and 2 these fabrics. So I have the dinosaur eggs and then the plants. And so we're going to be starting off using fabrics 1 and 2 today. And the first thing that we need to do is we need to sew them all together into a square. And let's go to the sewing camera. So we're going to do that just like that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 fabrics, I'm going to put them right sides together, and then I am going to go ahead and sew 1/4 inch all the way around the square because we're going to cut these into quarters. Hey Laura, hi Peggy. So we're going to go ahead and sew all these together and then trim them into our little quarter things. Wait, which one's my 1/4 inch line? I've just like totally forgotten which line is which. What in the world is wrong with my brain? Is that my 1/4 inch line? This has to be my 1/4 inch line. Where's my brain today? What in the world is happening? I've sewn on my Juki so much lately, and the Juki has 2 lines that I've literally forgotten my brain. I had a bedroom, but I quickly outgrew that. You had a bedroom for your sewing room? Is that what's happening? Yeah, okay, that's the 1/4 inch. I don't know what happened with my brain. There's another line on the Juki that's that I've been using for working on a place for everything bag, and I like have gotten so I've gotten so used to it. I haven't used the Bernina in 2 weeks, and so I went to like start, and I'm like, wait, which line is which? I forgot. How silly is that? I totally forgot. Wow. Anywho, all right, so let's go ahead and start sewing. So we're just going to sew on the square all the way around at 1/4 inch. And we have our 2 fabrics right sides together. Hey Zaza, I just talked about you a moment ago. I showed your the postcard you sent me, which I love, by the way. Thank you for that. Yes, Ian, I decided I needed the basement. It's about triple the size of our bedroom. Oh, gotcha. Cool. That's awesome that you'll get some extra space now. The best thing about this quilt is like it is just supposed to be a fun sew. Like you're not worried about being perfect. You're not worried about, you know, a lot of things. It's just like this is going to end up being a gift for somebody. It may even end up being a charity quilt. So back to the sewing corner. We'll be listening. All right, enjoy, Sew Terry. We also probably will not have the normal numbers that we have here in the chat today because Becca's weekend-long sewing retreat is happening. If you're a VIP member, don't forget that you still have time today to join in on that. She's going to be running it until 6, and usually she leaves it open until the last person leaves, and then it'll be done after that. So feel free to jump over into the VIP sewing retreat if you are a VIP member for Becca. Guess who, Nancy? Ian, thank you. I figured out how to see the chat on replay. Awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you figured that out. It is a little confusing at times. I know YouTube and all the things that YouTube does, so sorry that you were having trouble seeing it, but yes, you can see on the replay chat. However, I will caution you to say that if you go back to watch a live stream immediately after it's ended, it will not have the chat on there. Ask me how I know. I went to go look at the chat one time and it wasn't there, and I'm like, where did the chat go? It's because it takes a little bit for the video to process, and so sometimes the chat takes a minute to show up. So if you are immediately after a live stream is over, if you go into look for the chat, it may not be there because it needs time to process. Ian, what are you making? Today I am making the Spin Me Round Half Pack Quilt. This is a quilt kit from Sassy Sunflower. They sold these at the Pittsburgh, that's where I'm looking for, the Pittsburgh quilt show that I attended. And so I bought this as I'd never done a half pack quilt pattern before. So I was like, let's just try it out and see what happens. So that's what I'm working on today. Takes about 24 hours sometimes. It does. It does sometimes take up to 24 hours. Jackie says, taking a couple hours off from sorting. Pre-packers come in 10 days. Oh, congratulations, Charlotte. Charlotte's been a member for 12 months and says, wow, 1 year already. Crazy, right? Crazy how time flies by. I'm super excited about several things going on, and I've got Disney trips coming up. I've got a trip to Disney World, and I can't believe that we are, like, it's still a while away. It's not anytime soon, but it's, you know, I have a countdown clock on my phone, and it's just amazing how fast time is going. I'm just like, it's almost, it's not almost here, but like, we're working towards it pretty quickly. Hey, Jonathan, are you a fan of Bob Moses? I'm curious. Catherine says, Catherine's been a member for 14 months, by the way, thank you, Catherine, and says, thank you, Ian, for all that you do. Well, I literally could not do what I do without all of you, so thank you. Thank you for being a channel member, and thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me each week, because y'all make my channel what it is, and I cannot thank y'all enough for subscribing and just being a part of an awesome community. Jonathan, Bob Moses just put out a single, and I freaking love it. If you haven't ever heard of them, make sure to check them out. And if anybody else wants a music suggestion, check out Bob Moses. They are one of my favorite bands, and I love their music. They're getting ready to put out another album this year, which I can't wait. Cannot wait for. And then, of course, Lady Gaga had her concert at Coachella yesterday. Roseanne says, I never knew that. Never knew it existed. Never knew what existed. I'm curious. I'm curious what you didn't know existed. It's a great bop, isn't it, Josh? I actually found out about Bob Moses because I watched the television show The Catch, which was on ABC. It only lasted for 2 seasons, unfortunately. But they used a lot of Bob Moses music, and I loved it. Hi, Banana Joe. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Jonathan must be working on a project. I did something new for me today. I saw that the Bear Quilter was on TikTok Live, and so I popped into his live for a little bit this morning, and I gave him a galaxy in his chat today. I've never given anybody anything on TikTok, so this was the first time doing that, which was really fun. Apparently galaxies are like super amazing. So I always hear creators talking about galaxies. So I was like, well, I'll give him a galaxy then. Gift him a galaxy. I don't know how all of that works. I know YouTube. I know YouTube and a little bit of Instagram, not so much TikTok. I think it might be time for my Bernina to go get its annual spa day, because I feel like it needs a good cleaning. Jonathan says, I'm not familiar with them. Definitely check them out, Jonathan. If you are kind of into like the... Josh, how would you describe them? Like kind of techno, but kind of not... I don't know. Bob Moses. Check him out. Not Bob Marley. Bob Moses. Jonathan says, I'm not hip on these new artists. Hey, you know Lady Gaga, so... Pat says, I don't watch TikTok. I watch too much of TikTok. It's kind of sad. Oh, there goes my vacuum. Must be 2:30. Sure is. I had my vacuum come to life. It's gonna go vacuum my bedroom. Let's see. The replay with the chats on it. Watched many replays and no chat shows up. Roseanne, it happens sometimes. Sometimes YouTube just takes forever to load up the comments and the chat. Uh-oh. Take it in before I go to the... That's a good idea. The only TikTok I watch is my kitchen clock. Fair. It's probably for the best, to be honest. I waste way too much time on there. Ian, what are you working on? I got here late. Hey, Shirley in Alaska, good to see you. I am working on the Spin Me Round pattern. This is a half-pack quilts kit that I bought at the Pittsburgh quilt show from the Sassy Sunflower. And it comes with a free pattern, so I'm working on that. Basically, we've got 5, I believe, half-yard cuts. And so I'm working on putting all these together into the quilt. Somebody said... Banana Joe says, I refuse to have TikTok. I'd be stuck on the phone forever. Yep. I am definitely guilty of that. 100%. No lies detected. And I definitely know that these pieces were not cut 100% correct. They were, I mean, there's a little bit of wiggle in them, so... But the good thing about this is it doesn't matter. It does not matter. This is just a fun quilt that's going to be a gift for somebody at some point, and, like, that's it. No big deal. I love the Sassy Sunflower kits. Awesome. I'm glad I picked up a good kit then. And it's Tula Pink fabric, so, like, what could go wrong? I feel like my machine is like sliding the fabric around. I don't know why I feel that way, but it just feels like it's not staying where it's supposed to stay. Does that even make sense? I don't know. As it is, I spend too much time on YouTube. I know, Banana Joe. I get it. Just finished the Hunter Star quilt top. Awesome, Charlotte. That's going to be amazing. Don't forget, y'all can share your projects in my Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, make sure to go join it. I just dropped a link in the chat. So if you're watching this on replay, make sure to open up the chat so you can see the link that I just dropped in. You can go show off your projects at any time. You can show them in any stage of work. If you know, even if it's not done, share it. Share it in the Facebook group. Trust me, everybody loves seeing what you're working on. So, you know, don't be shy. Oops, went too far. Let's back it up. Hello. Oh, you are just ignoring the backup command. What in the world? My machine is lit. I'm pushing the back button and it's like, nah, don't feel like going backwards. Don't feel like going backwards. We're gonna reboot my machine really quick. It happens every now and again where it decides it does not want to go backwards. And I just have to turn it off, wait a few seconds, and turn it back on. Jonathan, I get that. I totally get that. Banana Joe says, never even say what could go wrong, Ian, if it's going to happen. It's true. It's very, very true. Jonathan says, what does the method of sewing in the perimeter of the squares end up as. I've never seen it before. So we're basically going to take our squares. Let me see if I can show it on camera here. We're going to take our squares, we're going to sew the perimeter, right sides together, and then we're going to trim in our diagonals to create, what triangles are those? Somebody with a geometry degree, what is that, an equilateral triangle? I don't know. Anyways, it creates triangles, and then we sew those triangles together. It'll make sense when we move to the next step, trust me. I know, it's definitely time for service. Yeah, I think it's time to get it serviced. Temper tantrums, not just for kiddos, for machines as well. Can you show a picture of the quilt you're working on? Well, I would love to, except for the fact that it does not have a picture of the quilt. So I can't show it. I can show you the layout, but it doesn't even have the pictures of the blocks in the pattern. It just has words. Becky, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. Woo, woo, woo! Thank you, Becky. I appreciate your support. Do I have another? I need another thing. Okay, so I can't. They make this pattern hard for me to show, but basically, oh, let me come to this camera. Basically, so this is the layout we're going to go with when it's all done. So there's going to be pinwheels and there's going to be 4 patches, and we're going to sew all these together into this. I know that's not like super great answer for you, but again, I don't want to give any of the pattern away, so. Banana Joe! Banana Joe says, Ian, I've got a secret. I've never taken my Bernina to the spa day. Banana Joe! That's terrible. I try to take my machines in once a year. Get them maintenanced. More so the Bernina because of the computerized and plastic parts. It was funny because one time I took my machine in to get serviced. It got serviced, and literally not even a month later, my foot stops moving up and down. And so I took it back in and I was like, I don't know what's happening. And they looked at it, and I literally stripped the gear from using the machine so much. And they're like, well, since you just brought it in, like it's covered. So they ended up replacing it for free. Oh, I think it was also a warranty issue. Like, Bernina knew about the problem, and so they yeah, anyways. But yeah, so it got fixed for free, which was nice. But I literally stripped down the gear that makes the foot go up and down. That's how much I use my machine. Let's see. Jenny Doan calls this the easy 8 method for half square triangles. There you go. Zaza says, I ate too much dinner, and now I have a food baby. Food baby. Believe it or not, Banana Joe, that is a very common phrase here in the United States as well. It's when you eat so much that your stomach, like, distends from you. It makes it look like you have a baby. Like you've eaten so much food, your belly is full, that you're like, ugh, so much food. Well, so that's why it was covered, Zaza. The part, they know that the part is, like, they manufacture it out of a different material now. And so basically they're like, well, if it breaks, then replace it for free. But some people won't have that issue on their machine because they don't use it enough. So I am obviously a power user of my machine. So it like, I use it a lot. And so obviously I had a problem with it. But somebody who only occasionally sews may never run into that problem because they may not, use their machine enough to have that happen. I wonder if I can go in here. Let's see. Can I go here and here? Is it this button? Nope, not that button. Is it this button? Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here, this is what I was looking for. Total number of stitches on this machine. Mind you, I got this machine in 2020. So I've gotten this machine back in 2020. Let's see, where is my, okay, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. Okay, so the total number of stitches that I have stitched on this machine. Actually, let's make this a guessing game. I think we've done this before on my channel. Oh, thank you so much, Charlotte. I appreciate that. She says I shared on your Facebook group. Awesome. Take a guess as to how many stitches you think this machine has had. Tell me in the chat how many you think you've had. EAS says, Ian, I have your exact machine. Are you using a D foot? If you are, you will get a better by dropping the mechanical. What? If you are, you will get a better by dropping the mechanical. On the back of, oh, I have it on. You can't see it, but I have my dual feed already on there. So yeah, my dual feed is on. How long have I been using this machine? Since 2020. Since 2020. Let's see. Teresa says 300 million stitches. Banana Joe says 10 million. Dorothea says 12 million. Tina says 275. Well, that would way more than that. Way more than that. Becky says mine has over 3 million in 3 years, so I would say 7 million. Nobody's... Teresa's gotten the closest so far. 9 million says, so what creates? Let's see. All right, so this machine, total number of stitches, I have to count up again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. This machine, Auntie L says 14 million. Charlotte says 400 million 25. Josh says 540 million. What do we win? Well, nobody's gotten it, so I'm going to give you the answer. The answer is, the number of stitches is 2,536,682. So, a lot. Y'all, I like that y'all have such confidence in me to be having 500 million stitches on it. Or is that a trillion? No, that's a million. Dorothea asks, how can you see how many stitches you have? There is a setting that you can go into where you are able to, you go into your settings. If you have a Bernina, I'm going to try and talk you through this. I don't know if you can even see it on the screen. Maybe you can kind of see here. So you go to your settings. You have your machine down in the bottom right corner. It looks like your machine. You click that. And then it gives you all the information. It shows you what software version you're on, data version, RAM, flash, all that kind of stuff. But then down towards the bottom, it says number of cutting cycles since clean, total number of stitches since last maintenance, and then it also has a serial number. So I can see how many stitches my machine has had. Crazy. Crazy! This is why I haven't gone on The Price is Right. That's funny. Everybody was over. Everybody was over. But I love your confidence in me. I love that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to cut these into... We're basically going to use the corner to corner. I don't have a ruler. This is bad. Is this one long enough? Oh, this one's just barely long enough, I think. I think this will work. So, oh shoot. Do I have a rotary cutter nearby? Yes, I can use my Tula Pink one. My rotary cutter is in the other room. But I, luckily enough, have my Tula Pink one sitting right here, so. But does it have a credit score, right? Charlotte says, that's a crap ton of stitches, right? Isn't it? I have to check my 770. The 475 is currently working on, doesn't have that option. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, because the 470, oh, this doesn't reach all the way. Shoot, I do need... Guys, I'm going to have to step into the other room for just a moment, because I realize my 12-inch ruler is over in the other room. So, I will be back in just a moment. I'm going to run over into the other room and grab it. I'll be right back. So sorry about that. My bad. I have my ruler now. I have my Tula Pink ruler. Oops. Sorry, everyone. So now we're just going to go corner to corner, and we're going to trim corner to corner. So I have my Tula Pink rotary cutter. Not my favorite rotary cutter, to be honest. I do like the Martelli because of its ergonomics, but this will work. So we're just going to butt that up together. I should be using my rotating platform. That's what I should be using. But that is also in the other room. Everything's in the other room. All right, so when you do all of that, you get 4 of these. There you go. So we'll just cut all these and press them. Deb says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I would have to be running at top speed constantly for 300 days to get 540 million stitches, right? I know. Silly Ian, you could have grabbed it when you got the ruler. I know, Carrie Quilts. I know. I'm kicking myself that I didn't grab it. But I didn't think about it. Oh well. Oh, the well. Mine is over 35 years, and I cannot count the stitches, but I bet it's over 5 million. I bet you could be right, Bananjo. If you've had it that long, I bet you're right. Hello, Kathy. So Fun Creations. Good to have you here. Thanks for stopping by today. How's DFW treating you? Hopefully well. Apparently, DFW got a little chilly the other night because my friend Tisha sent me a picture of the quilt that I sent her home with on her bed, saying that she was very happy to have a quilt to put on her bed as Texas decided to get cold again. Can you turn your mat around to make it next? Can you turn your mat around to make the next cut? Not really, because the mat is actually in, like, it's actually in. I have to pull it out. There's a little divot that this sits in, so I can't just turn the mat because it's actually in this table. Carolina says, hello, got busy and missed the bell. No worries. Lynn says, hello, everybody. What are you working on? I've been working on out in the garden, so I'm running late, checking in. Hello, welcome. I am working on the Spin Me Round pattern. This is a half pack quilts. Excuse me, half pack quilts. Gosh, that cinnamon roll was so good. So I'm currently working on it. It is basically 5 half yards of fabric in a kit, and then you get to choose what pattern you got when you bought the kit. So I decided to do the Spin Me Round pattern, and so I'm just working on putting that together today. Nothing super exciting, but you know, chill afternoon. Becca and I are going to have to record our next podcast episode probably today. You could show how you line it up on the other camera. On the other camera? Oh, oh, I gotcha. All I'm doing is just trimming them, though. It's nothing, I'm literally just cutting corner to corner. Just trimming corner to corner. I really need to work on an overhead camera, but I just don't know how in this space. I would love to have an overhead camera over here, but I don't know how to do that. One of these days, I'll have an ideal setup that has all the bells and whistles and everything that I need, and then technology will change again, and I will be needing something else. Good afternoon, Ian and chat. The bipolar DFW weather has us over 80 degrees today. That's what my friend was telling me. That's what Tisha was saying today. Have you ever used all the stitches on your machine? Of course not. There are 5,000,003 stitches on this machine. Have I used a lot of them? Yeah, I've used a fair amount. But have I used all of them? No, absolutely not. Oh, that slipped. This one's going to be a little off. Oopsies. That ruler slipped while I was trimming that. That's okay. It will be okay. It was 38 at my house in Texas the other morning, and today it's in the 90s. Woof, goodness. Hi, Mona. Mona, Bobona, Banana Fana, Fofono, V5. I don't know if I did that right. Is that how you play the game? Banana Fana, Fofana, V5, Fofana, Mona. That's probably not how you do it. Deb says we're in the 70s yesterday, and we've had thunderstorms earlier, and it's supposed to be in the 70s again today. It is supposed to be in the 60s, low 60s here, I think. I was here under table sorting zippers, listening. Awesome. I don't know if you can hear, but on Becca's live stream, people could hear me drinking. If that sound is upsetting to you, I do apologize, but I need water. So I'm sorry if you can hear the gulps as I am drinking. Somebody was like, I heard Ian drinking and gulping on the live stream. I'm like, sorry, my bad. But I need the agua. The agua to talk. I was lovely here yesterday, but although it's nice today, it's really cold wind. Shirley says it's 37 in Alaska. Shirley, when does it start warming up to, you know, warmer temperatures? Does that happen in like August? I feel like it might be August before temperatures get warm there. LA Dreams, Lori is here and says, hi Ian and everyone. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. Banana Joe says, don't worry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Stay hydrated. That's the important than hearing you drink. I appreciate that for sure because, you know, I get that it can be very annoying to hear people drinking, but like, you know, kind of got to do it. Don't play Chuck. What's Chuck? Did y'all hear that? I don't know if you could hear that. My back just popped real loud. All right, let's heat up the iron and press these. And it says to press them open. So we're gonna do that. Shirley says, nice so far, but we have another winter. Wait, we have another weather advisory later today into tomorrow. Goodness gracious. Danielle? Danny. I hate that I can't get names. Danielle says, good afternoon, Ian. Speaking of machines, I have the Bernina 740, yet I still prefer my Juki TL15 semi-industrial. Oh, very nice. Marjorie says, reminds me to drink more water. Well, there you go. You could think of it that way. When Ian takes a drink, you take a drink. May is usually when it's warm enough to plant gardens, generally at the end of May in Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks, Banana Joe. She said they can turn down the volume if they don't like it. You have to stay hydrated, and all the conversation keeps you parched. I like that word, parched. It's true. It's true. I have my emotional support water nearby. That's funny. That's very funny. I mean, it's not. I mean, y'all see me with my. I have my emotional support water with me. Thanks to Kathy, by the way, for that one. All right, so we're gonna press this. It tells us to press this with seams open. So I'm gonna work on pressing these with seams open. Which means we will get dog ears, but, you know, a lot of times I just sew through that and keep going. So this is what we get when we're done. Oh, goodness. Charlotte, it says we have a red flag warning here. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Heavens to Betsy. Wish there was an easier way to iron these. I wish I had an Iron Man to do all the ironing, because I could have like cut and they could have been ironing. But instead, y'all get to sit here and watch paint dry as I press all 512 of these together. Not that many. There's really not that many, but like, sure would be nice to have somebody to come press while I'm doing other things. Would it be easier? Actually, I listened to your voice, not the sound effects on the side. There you go. I'm gonna grab my Didn't mean to apply. You were crying. What? What did I miss? Somebody making... Who's making Mona cry? There we go. All right. So there's your comments. You can probably even see your own comments there. I know, Charlotte. Oh, yeah, like Iron Man, like Tiffany has. I know. Wouldn't that be nice? Jonathan says, I'd do it. I appreciate that, Jonathan. You know, maybe one of these days I'll find a husband. Be like, get to work. Do the things. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding, everyone. I would not do that to him. I would totally do that to him. No, I'm just kidding. Watch, Becca's going to stop it. I know, right? Next thing I hear is a knock at the door, and Becca's here like, I'm here to press. Does it pay well? I can pay in thanks. I watch a live feed from Lake Hood in Alaska, and the lake is still snow and ice covered. Oh my goodness. Shirley, I don't know how you do it, because I don't think I could live in Alaska. I would like to visit Alaska during the summertime, but I would not want to live there. Lori says, if I was there, I would iron for you. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Crack the whip. Misty says, crack the whip. Oh, goodness gracious. Charlotte says, I could have used an Iron Man for the 960 pieces of my Hunter Star Quilt. Oh, goodness. Sounds like it. Hi, Melanie. Melody says, hello, Mona. I would iron all day so long as I didn't pay the electric bill. Melanie says that it is 76 degrees here in Mississippi. Mississippi. Maybe so Becca will lock and unlock all your... right? Well, I don't have any... I don't have the locks on my doors, so... But I could mess with her door right now if I wanted to. Oops. Hi, Deborah. Deborah's at work. Deborah, how's work going so far? Did you just get there? She told us the story Friday night of messing with her. I know, it was really funny too. It was really, because we were getting coffee and breakfast, and we saw that he locked, because it tells us when a door is locked or unlocked. And so I think we saw like the front door unlock. And so she was like, you should lock the door. And so I pushed and locked the door, and then she unlocked it, and then I locked it, and then it was so funny. So funny. We both burst out into laughter in the middle of the coffee shop. I'm sure people were like, what are they laughing at? This year we haven't had much snow in Wilsia, Alaska. It's been around 40 to 50 degrees during the day, so the snow starts to melt fast. I honestly thought that you were saying, Deanna, I thought you were saying that there's been, because I hadn't read all the way to that point yet, and so I saw it as 40 to 50 inches of snow, and I was going to be like, that's a lot of snow. But no, it was just... degrees, not inches. Deborah says, yes, I'm at work and we are full and there's nothing to rent, so I'm babysitting the office and the phone. Oh, goodness. Deborah, I know, so I've heard, I don't know if this is true or not, I've heard that a lot of times storage facilities will have somebody like living on the property to make sure, like keep watch over it basically 24/7. Is that true? Danielle says, are you using the Aliso mini iron? I need to buy a new iron and was thinking about getting one for piecing. Yes, I am using the mini iron. This is the Aliso version 3 mini iron. If you decide to go with the Aliso, do not buy the first generation mini Aliso. The handle gets hot, and that was a thing that happened on it. So don't go with the version 1, go with the version 3. It's my little tidbit for you. I absolutely love it, but go with the version 3, not the version 1. Does that make sense? Hello, I got 5 inches of snow yesterday here in New Jersey. 5 inches of snow in April? What the heck? What? Renee says the UP in Michigan surpassed 300 inches of snow this year. I can't even visualize 300 inches. Like, I know it doesn't happen all at once, but my gosh. Yes, go with version 3. It's the one that has the headlamp, the flashlight on it. Go with the version that has the flashlight on it. Don't go with the one that doesn't. Gloria says, I have that iron, Ian, and I love it. I bought it not thinking that I would like it. I bought it because it was Tula Pink. And then it has become one of my favorite irons. I love it. I actually use it more than the big iron because it's perfect for this little workstation over here. Daniel. Okay, sorry. Daniel, got it. Thanks for correcting me, Deb. It's that thing that, like, plays with my brain. So, Daniel, I'm so sorry. I really do apologize. Daniel's probably like, oh, Ian, that's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. Aliso M3 Pro. Yes, Pat, go with the Aliso M3 Pro. M3 Pro, the one that has the flashlight. Headlamp, whatever you want to call it. Headlight thing, whatever. Yes, Shirley, I know you have this iron. I can't remember, did you get it when I started talking about it, or did you get it before? I can't remember, but I know you have this one. Deborah says, for some, we have managers on site, but a lot of the big corporate companies rent out the living quarters to make more money, and there are just renters and don't look out for the storage company. Interesting. But mine, because I had tendonitis in my arm and could not take the weight of a bigger iron. Deb says, just helping you out, Ian, and I was never a teacher. I helped my son with words when he was little. Dyslexia is not a fun thing. Like, I'm going to be straight up with y'all. Dyslexia is not a fun thing to have because the way my brain works is kind of terrible. I appreciate that, Banana Joe. I just feel terrible. I just feel really terrible because I've had my name mispronounced so many. It still happens today. People call me Ian all the time. And it's never, you know, a good feeling to have your name mispronounced. So I try really hard to do what I can. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I appreciate everybody's grace and kindness. Is this a fun live stream watching paint dry? Is everybody enjoying this? I don't know why y'all watch me. I really don't. I'm like, this is so boring just sitting here watching a person iron. Oh boy. Jonathan says I need a cordless iron because I keep making big quilts and they keep getting caught up on the cord. I know that feeling. Especially the gravity quilt. Oof, gosh. That gravity quilt. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Donna, aren't you just sweet? She says it's because you're fun. Carrie Quilt says, no, I'm doing it too. Does your neck hurt, Ian? No. I don't think it does. Oh, I put that the wrong way. Whoops. Put it upside down. I'm ironing while I watch you iron, says James. Well, there you go. We're all ironing together. I just got a cordless iron for that reason. Yeah, the cordless irons are nice when you're dealing with big quilts and big pieces and stuff. Well, thank you, Catherine. She says you have a gentle soul. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That it is true, Banana Joe. Banana Joe says it's a blessing and a curse. The blessing part is that dyslexic people are extremely intelligent, and the curse is the obvious. Yep. I would like to think that I have some pretty good intelligence, but you know, I think the creativity is what the creative part of my brain I feel like has been increased, or like I just think differently, and I know I think differently than most people do because I've literally seen it happen where people think about things one way and I'm like, what? I don't get that. And then they see how I think about things and they're like, what? I don't get that. LA for Dreams says, now you're making me laugh, Ian. I mean, I just about bit it the other day on the Zoom, yesterday on Zoom, and knocked over a whole bunch of stuff and felt pretty stupid, but at least people laughed. Tammy says, quit saying that, Ian. We like watching you. You're fun. I appreciate that. Ashley, that is why I do this. That is absolutely why I do it. She says, the thing is, I sit and sew and listen to you while doing the same. It keeps me company. Well, thank you, Josh. Josh says you're brilliant. I appreciate that. I think you're brilliant. Gosh, your short on YouTube was cracking me up. The hello one. God, if you haven't checked out Lifting and Stitching over on YouTube here, make sure to go do that. Josh, type exclamation selfie for me. You can head over to his YouTube channel, and it was hilarious because he had the song from why can't I think Adele, the hello, and so he's like sewing and he's singing along with that, and all of a sudden you hear this deeper voice, hello, and he's like, hello, hello. It's go watch it. It's funny. There it goes in the chat right now. He has put his link, or he's put selfie, so the link to his channel popped up. By the way, if you have a YouTube channel and you want to promote it, feel free to type exclamation selfie in the chat, and that will bring up your YouTube channel for everyone. What are you making? Says Shelly. Shelly, I am currently working on the Spin Me Round pattern. This is a half-pack quilt kit from Sassy Sunflower. You get to choose a pattern when you purchase this kit. And so I chose the Spin Me Round pattern. And so we're working on that today. I don't know how far we're going to get. We're so far working on the pinwheel blocks. And now I need to sew 4 of these together. I'm actually going to switch it over to this camera so that way you can see. So we have 1, nope. Can I do this right? Okay, so then it goes, no, wait, what? Hold on. Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. That's why. I was totally doing it the wrong way. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we go 1, 2. I was like not doing it right. 3. My brain could not comprehend. There, okay, yay! I can do the things! There we go. All right, so we turn them into pinwheels. We're gonna sew each of these into, basically each one is a quarter of the square, and now we just sew all of them together. Nighttime sewing is spooky. You never know what's gonna happen. I know, right? Thank you, Creative Cat. She says, you are stress-free zone. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I can't stop burping, guys. I don't know what is happening. Oh my goodness. AB says, I think that these YouTubes are watched because sometimes quilters can be lonely. So it gives us an opportunity to be with people with similar interests, ideas, and creativity. I would hope so. I would absolutely hope so. Just bought the Aliso MP3 in Coral. Do you notice that I just looked back to make sure that it was sitting up? I definitely just did that. It'll get here tomorrow. Thanks for the tip. You're welcome, Danielle. I appreciate that. Daniel. Lots of people saying that they just subscribed. I have Monday sewing group that we call therapy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for doing that. I've been looking for his channel and never could find it. Tammy, there you go. Laura says the light triangle on triangle A touches the dark triangle on triangle B. That is correct. So we're going to have it like this. I have dog ears on mine. I don't care. It's fine. Right? Like, it's totally fine. Let's see. Can I just, like, batch sew them? Yeah, so if I just do like this, okay, so that's what we're going to do, because I'm just going to sew the seam in the middle, and then we're just going to keep doing it, because if I take this and I flip this, watch, so we have these two together. If I flip this, it's still the same. It's the exact same. It can be mirrored. Mirrored? I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew all of them to, oop, don't do that. That's not right. I'm going to sew all of them like that, and it's fine. Jonathan says, it means a lot to me to see other queer quilters no matter what they're doing. I think representation is so incredibly important, and I love that. So I'm gonna go ahead and split all these out into groups of 2. So that way all I have to do is just grab the next one. Guys, by the way, if you're in the DC area, I believe that Mary and I are going to go to the zoo next Saturday, this coming Saturday, because Mary wants to see the pandas. So I think she and I are going to take the metro and go see the pandas. So if you're in the DC area, might bump into each other. Josh, I have to tell you a funny story. I'll send you the photo after we get off the live stream. But I was using Chat GPT to do there's like, if you're not familiar right now, there's a trend going around where people are taking Chat GPT and using it to make cartoon characters of themselves. I took our photo from QuiltCon, Josh and I put that into Chat, which, by the way, a lot of artists are not happy about that. There's a lot of feelings on that. I completely support every single artist who is upset with Chat GPT, and I don't blame them at all. Don't fall in the pit, right? Um, so, anywho, I put Josh and I's photo into Chat GPT, and I said, make us look like Disney cartoon characters. And so I did that. I put it into chat and said, make us look like Disney characters. Josh, it was the funniest thing. The photo that was created was me and Becca. Same pose as you. Like, Becca was in the same pose. She was holding the bag with the dog on it. Like, everything was exactly the same. But it had changed you into Becca. That's not what I asked for. And I was like, what in the world? It was the weirdest thing. I was like, I don't understand, but whatever. It was funny. I'll send you the photo after the live stream, but it was like, what? That's what? What the what? All right, so we're just gonna put these together and we're gonna sew them on this side. And I'm just going to go down the line and sew all of these together. It does have, you are working on the biased, so be careful about stretching. Don't stretch out your fabrics. Even chat refuses Becca to be replaced by me. Wow, right? It was weird. I was like, what? And like, I knew it was Becca because it put name, it had our name tags on us, and mine said Ian. It even put a shirt on me that said off Kilter Crafter. I was like, okay, so this is like, it's obvious that this is me. But on you, it had put Becca. It had, the name tag said Becca. It was a picture of Becca, like very recognizable as Becca. And I was like, what is happening? It was the weirdest thing. I was very confused. I was like, chat, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? I was like, I think you kind of made a mistake. And it was like, oh, please forgive me. Blah, blah, blah. It was kind of creepy, Charlotte. It was like, you want to know what was even weirder was I put a picture, some of y'all have seen my zombie picture of when I was a zombie at Six Flags Over Texas. I put that picture in and I was like, I wonder what this zombie would look like as a Disney character. Chat was very confused. Chat was very, very confused. So it took the picture of me as a zombie and it took that picture and it took the picture of me and my friend Tisha outside of the zoo. It redid the picture of me and Tisha at the zoo because I had put that one into chat earlier in the conversation. I put it up further and it took that photo, turned me into this like ragged person. It didn't make me green or anything. It just made me look like a disheveled person, and like still had Tisha in there. And I was like, I literally told it, I was like, this is not what I asked for. And it was like, oh, Yes, I can see that I have not correctly interpreted what you have asked for. Please let me try again. And it tried again, and then it put a random person. It did make me a zombie, but it put a random person in it. I'm like, who is this? Who is this person? It would have been creepier if ChatGPT circled back. Is this Josh from right? Yeah, that would have been even creepier. Like what? It's a little creepy how much it knows about me, because like in the very beginning when I started using it, I had never given it any information about me at all. And I was like, do you know who the off kilter crafter Ian is? And it came back and it was like, yes, he's a quirky YouTuber. And I'm like, whoa, whoa. Daniel, can ChatGPT do a Ghibli version of your picture? Yes, and that is actually why I fed it into chat in the beginning, is because my friend actually turned me onto this. I sent him pictures of Tisha and me at the cherry blossoms, and he sent back a picture. He had taken it and put it into chat, and made the Studio Ghibli picture of me and her, and it's a cute picture. I really like it. And so I started playing around with it and doing a whole bunch of those Studio Ghibli. Ian, Banana Joe says, Ian, as for the pronunciation of your name, I've heard people saying Ian, not Ian, but people from the US. You know, it's really funny because Ian can be spelled several different ways too. There's EAN, there's IAIN, there's so many different ways. So like, I never take offense to it, but you know, it still happens where people just don't know how to say my name, and it used to be a way less common name here in the United States, but it's becoming way more popular. But I'm never offended by it. I just, you know, always tell the person, hey, it's Ian. Josh says it's pretty incredible. I had it do a self portrait of me as if I was setting in the famous screen painting. It was straight. I know it's weird. It's really weird. Some of the things that it does, I'm like, I don't know if I like that. But I always talk very respectfully to it. Every time I put in a request, I always ask please. I always tell it thank you. So when our robot overlords take over, hopefully they'll look nicely upon me. Be like, oh yeah, that's that Ian off kilter guy. He was really nice to us. I have a cousin named Ian. Awesome, Banana Joe. Are they awesome like I am? I'm just saying. Fair enough, Banana Joe. I know a lot of people who feel the same way. And with good reason. If you want to, if you haven't already, Becca and I put out a podcast episode about ChatGPT and other AI. You can go listen to our podcast where we talk about those things and the future of quilting. So make sure to check out that episode. That was last week's? No, week before's episode. No, I'm better. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Banana Joe. There was an actor in a soap opera years ago that the name was spelled Ian but pronounced Ian. Thank you for giving me that visual representation. That helped a lot, actually. Putting in that emoji of the eye, it makes it very, very certain what the pronunciation name is. So thank you. I really appreciate that a lot. He's in Kenya, and I haven't seen him in years. Really, there's that's interesting that somebody would be named Ian in Kenya, and I know that that's like it's interesting to me, right? Like I would not think that there would be many people named Ian in Kenya. But that is also my ignorance to the outside world of the United States, you know? I was amazed. This was years ago. This was when I was in middle school. We had some international students visit our school, and there was a kid from Africa. I don't remember what part in Africa, but he was speaking French, and I was like, "What?" I could not comprehend that French was a well-spoken language in Africa. It blew my mind. I was like, I don't understand because he was speaking, you know, fluent French and had a very thick French accent. And my mom explained it to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I had no idea. No idea. Blew my mind. I've always heard Ian pronounced Ian. Yep. I've heard it. I've heard it many ways. I've heard it many ways. Seen it spelled many ways. Heard it said many ways. Just, you know, you never know. All right, I'm going to send some of you off to do a quick YouTube advertisement break, commercial break. Some of you will get an advertisement, some of you won't. I don't know the hows or who's or whys or what makes it work the way it does, but some of y'all will get an ad, some of you won't. It's just the way YouTube decides. Never understand how it picks who does and doesn't get an ad, but whatever. Banana Joe says there's a lot of African countries that speak French. See, and I had no idea. I had no idea. Charlotte, she says, remember Ian Fleming. So, interesting fact, I'm actually named after Ian Fleming. My mom loved the author. Ian Fleming, by the way, is the author of the James Bond 007 series. So she loved the James Bond series, and that is actually one of the influences of where my name comes from. Fun fact of the day. I should make a trivia about myself. Put it out. Be like, if somebody can answer all these questions right. No, I'm just kidding. Super fan! Right, exactly. Josh says, Ian is really nice to us, said the AI, and he will be a great addition to our perfection. Assimilate, right? Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. Delete, delete, delete. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you know what I'm talking about. I have no idea, Banana Joe. My love and affection forever. No, I don't know. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's go ahead and iron these. What time is it? It is 3:36 here on the East Coast. So we've got a little less than 30 minutes left. We are obviously not going to finish this today. We will probably continue working on it next time, if that's okay with y'all. We'll continue working on this next time. I think I will finish up these blocks and then set them aside, and we'll start working on our 4-patch blocks for next time. Because I think this is going to time out just perfectly for the end of the live stream. Cybermen, yep, Cybermen. Cybermen are the ones that say delete, delete, delete. More pressing. Who's ready to do some more pressing? Is it depressing to do so much pressing? Wah, 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 wah. Thanks, I'll be here until 4 o'clock. Oh, I'm so silly. Make sure I'm pressing the right way. I was about to press it the wrong way. So I'm pressing them all in the same direction because when I rotate the bottom half 90 degrees, it's going to put the seam so that it nests and I don't have to worry about, you know, am I pressing it the right way? Do I have to worry about a lot of things? So I went to the Quilt Guild meeting, DC Modern Quilt Guild, yesterday. It was in Bethesda, Maryland. I had never been to Bethesda before, but one of my friends from Dallas actually moved here recently, and he is working a job in Bethesda now. And so I was able to swing by. He works, his off days are Wednesday and Thursday, and so I was able to swing by his job and see him, which I'm super excited about. And I'm just so excited that he's in the area now. He's like, we can hang out now. I'm like, yes, I know. I'm so excited. We can go on hikes. We can do all sorts of things. So I'm excited to have him in the area. New friends. Well, not new friends, but like more friends in the area. What's the name of your table? This is the Martelli table. This is a Martelli table that Becca, she had it next to her machine for a while, and then she didn't really need it anymore. So she let me have it when I moved here. She's like, you need a side table, and I don't need this one anymore, so take it. And I was like, okay. Are you sure? Yeah, you could press these seams open. Somebody said that. I don't, who said that just a moment ago? Somebody said you could press these seams open. Daniel says, I press the seams open, but this one, I want that center to line up nicely, and so I'm pressing it to one side. So that way when I rotate it 90 degrees, wait, no, when I rotate it 180 degrees, it will nest. It will nest. Like little birdies. Like little birdies. Do you spin your seams? No. Not really. I've seen it done, but especially because I have the dog ears on here. I left the dog ears, which would make it really hard to spin the seams, so nah. Nah. Not this go round. Like I said, this isn't a like super fancy quilt. This isn't anything other than, you know, just a simple, fun quilt that I'm going to gift to somebody at some point. There's no point in being super precise, so yeah, whatever. It works. It's close. It's fine. Almost there. One more to go. One more to go. Guys, I'm so upset. I gave my glasses to Warby Parker. You've seen my glasses before. I wore them on here after QuiltCon. I gave my glasses to Warby Parker because they are Warby Parker brand glasses. I gave them to Warby Parker to put new lenses in because I have an updated prescription, and they broke them. They broke them while they were trying to put the new lenses in. So unfortunately, I had to go buy new glasses. And well, actually, they paid. They're paying for the glasses, so thankfully I don't have to pay for them. But I'm really sad because those were my favorite glasses, and they don't sell them anymore because they were limited edition. So I no longer have my blue pair of glasses, and that makes me really, really, really sad. That makes me sad. Dorothea says, I just screwed up my touchscreen on my 770 and got to check out some videos on how to fix this. It may be a trip to the shop. Oh no, what happened? How did you mess it up? You may not have messed it up at all. I don't know. Oh, my thread came unthreaded. Don't know how that happened. What model number is your... mine is the 770 as well. Mine is the 770 Tula Pink edition, so... I might be able to help troubleshoot it. What did you do to the screen? You say you broke it, but I don't know about that. Lots of bulk in that seam. Lots and lots of bulk. So we're going to gently push it through, and there we go. We're on the other side. I keep looking up as... Right, Banana Joe. They are replacing them. I didn't have to buy new glasses. They are replacing them, but it just sucks because they were limited edition, so I can't get that pair anymore. And right now, they don't have any like blue glasses. That's what I want, like the blue, deep blue glasses. Oh no! Dorothea says, I hit the calibration feature and didn't click on the little pluses. Now the screen is clicking in all the wrong things. So what you can kind of do is, the way that I would troubleshoot this is if you have the pen, grab the stylus, because that's probably going to give you a more precise touch. And see if you can see where it clicks. Like, you can kind of see where it might click and then try to offset by that. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. Deb says, try turning it off and turning it back on. I don't know if that's... it may keep it calibrated like that. So if you try turning it off and on. If that doesn't work, see if maybe you can try and like not troubleshoot, but like overshoot where you're touching to where it thinks the calibration should be. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But like, try to modify what you're doing to what it thinks is happening. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But I know what you're saying is happening. I get what you're saying. And that sucks. I can't even get the settings open. Oh no. Oh no, Dorothea says that makes sense, but I think it's off screen. Oh, that sucks. Ooh, that sucks. Patty says, I love watching people sew and I learn new things every time. I'm going to look at some videos. Okay, I hope you get it fixed. Sorry. That sucks. She might have to take it into the store and get them to reset it, which would really suck if that is the only way to fix that. Don't you hate it when you do something and you're like, no, that's not what I wanted to do? Why is this block so off? This one's like way off. It's a 1/4 of an inch off, it feels like. Oh well. Do, 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 do. Chunky, chunky. Oh. Well, shoot, I just lost some off the back. I don't know if you saw. Yeah, you can see I just lost some off the back and they're headed to the floor. Whee! See, this one's off by like 1/8 of an inch. Because apparently Ian can't cut it correctly. Cut it out. Fast way to fix any computer, unplug it and hard reboot it. Although I don't know how to hard reboot the Bernina machines. That's a good question. Good question. How to do that on a Bernina. Oh, wow. This one's way off. See how I can fix this. Fix it. I'm worried that I didn't. I'll have to look at that one. I'll have to look at that one because that one feels like I may not have caught all the fabric. But when I'm pressing these, we will see what it looks like. Keep it unplugged for the night. I remember the 440 that I got when I first got my very first Bernina. How many times can I say first? When I got my very first Bernina machine, it had a capacitor in it that like would not hold a charge, and so I would have to plug my sewing machine in for a good hour before I would want to sew on it. Dorothea's back. What's the verdict? What do you need to do? Guess I need to stop and make bindings. So, Carrie, that would probably be a good thing. That would be a good thing. We're getting very close to being at the end of today's live stream, so if you want to wait for another few minutes while we end the live stream, give you a good excuse to procrastinate. You turn it on while pressing the right and left arrows at the same time. Oh, that's good to know. Did it fix it for you? I was like, arrows? There's no arrows. Oh, wait, yeah, there are. Yay! I'm glad you got that figured out. And really quickly, too. Great job. Great job. I'm not leaving, just need to do that. There you go. These are on the floor. Ah, don't fall. I mean, that's not terrible. This is the one that I had questions on, and it looks like it's going to be okay. I'm going to set it off to the side, and I'll inspect it here in a second. Make sure it's going to be... Ah, don't go! Then you can calibrate it properly. Good to know. That's excellent to know. So if I ever have that happen in the future, I'll know how to fix it. The high school senior here are playing a crazy game. It involves Googling and squirter guns. They each have target person. Oh, yes, I know that game. I mean, I don't know it, but like I've seen people doing it. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Vicky says, Ian, I'm getting so discouraged because I'm having tension issues with my machine. Well, my tip is always, if you are having issues with your machine, and it's like a problem that just kind of keeps recurring and recurring and recurring, take it into your retailer if you have one nearby and talk to them. That is going to be your best bet because they have the people there that are going to know your machine and be able to help you the best. So if you have a retailer nearby that you can take it to, definitely take it to them. I think this seam is going to work. It is kind of small, but I think it's going to be okay. I think it'll be all right. There you go. There's your pinwheel block. So I'm going to press these really quick, and then we'll end the live stream for today. Put my chair in the right place so that it is in the right place. Put my chair in the right place so it's in the right place. That made no sense, but whatever. It's fine. It made sense to me. So there's a lot of bulk in the center of these blocks, but it is what it is. And if I had like spun my seams, then, you know, it probably wouldn't be so bad. It's fine. Nobody cares. Did all of your seams line up? For the most part, yep. They are pretty close. They are pretty close. I'll show you on the camera here in just a moment. But all of my seams got pretty close. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't a perfection quilt. This is a quilt of love, and it will be a lovely gift for someone. I think it's going to probably go to a girl, not necessarily. Obviously, pink is not just a girl's color. It can be for anyone. But it's going to be a very pink quilt. It's a very pink and purple quilt, and I think a girl would like it. Although guys like purple and pink too, so who knows? You never know. Just making sure that that's all in there. It is. Oh my God, Dorothea says I have 2.38 million stitches on my 770 and it is a year old. Oh my goodness, you got me beat. Almost, I think. I think I had a few more than you, but like, I've had mine since 2020, so you must do like crazy amounts of sewing. Oops. Three more to go. 3 more to go. I'm actually really hungry, and I was like, why am I so hungry? Oh wait, I didn't eat lunch. I ate brunch. I ate a lovely pastry, but I actually haven't had lunch yet. I should probably eat lunch. Probably would be a good thing to do, right? Oh man, the center on this one is like spot on. Get it? Spot on. Daniel says I'm loving that iron. It's amazing. It really is. Oh, there was one hiding. Oops, now it's 3 more. There was one hiding underneath and I didn't see it. So that was number 4. This is number 3. Also, I have a secret, everyone. I kind of got to pee. I'm kind of glad we're getting to the end of the live stream because I've got to pee. I had 2 cups of coffee this morning and I don't normally do that. I normally just have 1. Definitely need to pee here in a moment. As soon as we get off live stream, I'm going to run for that bathroom and be like, pee, I gotta pee. Don't you hate it when that happens? When you're just like, out of nowhere it hits you and you're like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta go. Nachos sound, oh, nachos do sound good. Nachos from Toxic Hell, aka Taco Bell. That's the nickname that Becca and I call Taco Bell. We're always like, hey, do you want to go to Toxic Hell? Oh gosh, imagine if Taco Bell representatives were watching. They're like, cease and desist. My bad. Don't get mad at me, Taco Bell. I still eat there. Occasionally. Not all the time, but occasionally. Ian's doing the potty dance. I kind of am a little bit. I'm kind of doing the potty dance a little bit. I got a tinkle. Oh God. Imagine somebody came onto live right at that very moment. I'm sitting here. I need a tinkle. And they're like, what? What is happening? Why are people watching this? I don't know. But I got a tinkle. Guys, I don't know what to do because the Pittsburgh area, the ones that put on the Three Rivers Quilt Show, the one that put on the Three Rivers Quilt Show, the Three Rivers Guild want to have me give a lecture and a class. But I don't know what I don't do that. I don't do classes and I don't do lectures yet because lectures and classes because I haven't been asked to. It's become very apparent that I need to start doing that. So, do me a favor, guys. in the comments of this video, if you're watching this on the replay, in the comments of this video, or if you're watching this live, go back in the comments after this video is no longer live. Tell me what classes or lectures you think I should do, because it's obvious that I need to start putting some together. So help me out. Remember to put your iron up. Okay, it's up. Thank goodness. Woo! Woo! Yopati G says, ha ha ha, I gotta go is my daily motto. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so, or email me. You can email me, leave me a comment, or message me somehow. What classes and or lectures do you think I should offer? Because I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. Penny says bags. Patty says, or excuse me, Penny said pouches. Patty said bags. Yeah. What's the name of the pattern? Sorry, I just saw that comment. This is the Spin Me Round. This is from Half Pack Quilts. This is a Half Pack Quilt kit from the Sassy Sunflower. Let me see if I can show that without... There it is. Spin Me Round pack. Sassy Sunflower. So there you go. There's that. And, everybody ready? Whee! This is what we made on today's live stream. We made all of these. And yeah, that's what it looks like. My sound effects say that they are... There's a warning on the sound effects, and I don't know why. I don't know if that just came through or not. So, guys. Let's see. Bags, binding, Hemingway. Binding is always a good lecture. What about using your lighting background and doing a lecture in color, shades, and combos? That is actually one that I've been thinking about. I think that would be a really fun lecture talking about my lighting background and my theater background and how I've used that to turn it into like quilting and stuff. So you should start with your postcard template. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right. That's all I got today. I'll be back next Sunday. Same time, same place, same bat channel, all the things. We'll be working on the next half, which we're going to do 4 patches next time. And then maybe we can start putting it together. I don't know. But we'll see how it works out. So it's a 16 patch. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes. But there's sashing. There's some sashing in it. So, yeah. Yeah. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here as always. Do a class on how to win ribbons. Actually, that was one that I was thinking about, was entering quilt shows. A whole class on how to enter quilt shows and stuff like that. So we need to hear about all your ribbons. You can't see the new one. It's off camera at the moment, but it's there. Guys, I really do love you. Thank you so much for being here as always. I will be back next Sunday. Until then, remember that normal is just a setting on the dryer, and I'll see you next Sunday, everyone. Have a great week. Do something fun. Enjoy your time this week, and bye! Oh, why can I not... I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. It's just not functioning, and I forgot where I put the button to end the live stream, so...